nerdy.
What's up, everybody? It's another episode of Raw and Nerdy coming your way. This is Archon at you,
I'm Rook.
and we got another great episode for you today.
Yes,
We had to kind of take a week off because scheduling issues. Rook had to do his weekend thing, and we couldn't find a time to make it work because I was also sick that weekend. So when he could, I couldn't, and we
when
apologize. It
Yeah.
happens, but here we are. We got a great episode for you. We're going to talk about some video game Easter eggs and movie Easter eggs and TV Easter eggs and all the different Easter eggs that you'll see throughout media today. But first, as always, let's get into our weeks. How was your 2 weeks? I guess we'll say.
Well, let's just say it hasn't been a fun 2 weeks at work.
Oh no.
We've had an aircraft that's been a pain. However, that's work. I'm here to be a nerd. And on the nerdy spectrum of things here, it hasn't been too bad. Been looking at how to make my magic deck that I've been struggling to make for the past several weeks.
Ooh, what you making?
My dragon deck.
Oh, you're working on the dragon deck still?
Yeah, because I want to build it to where I can get a good flow, and that's going to be the tricky part. I've been doing a lot of research. Finally started sitting down, seeing what creatures I actually want to use, which ones I don't, all that good stuff.
Nice.
Which ones I can because of the rules of Commander, all that good stuff. Other than that, it's been D&D when I can. Gaming when I can, which has been mostly the beginning of work. I've been playing No Man's Sky because they released their Voyagers patch or download DLC, and they actually made it where you can build ships. And so I did the expedition for that started this week and built up my ship, and I'm loving it right now.
Nice.
They're doing things in that game that Starfield should have done from the get-go without glitches. Like, I can overlap parts and stuff without actually having to glitch stuff in most cases. As long as the mounting point that I need to use is clear, other parts can glitch into other parts and make a streamlined ship. And it's fun. It's got me back into No Man's Sky. It's also something I wish Elite Dangerous would do, but they're not going to do it. Let's be honest. Elite Dangerous, I think, is a dying game at this point. They're still getting supported, but so many people are... a lot of people are... You got your hardcore fans, and if you're an Elite Dangerous player, more power to you. They have their hardcore fans. But to
Sounds
bring...
like EverQuest.
Yeah, pretty much. To get more people into that game, they got to add either more alien species, make the planets we can explore more lively, or give us atmospheric flight so we can visit actual planets with life. But they're not doing that. And I don't know how much they're actually supporting it. They killed support a few years ago on the consoles, so we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, not a lot going on. Watching my football season started, so watched the Cowboys lose against the Eagles in a fun game, and then watched them win against New York today.
Barely.
The day of this recording, barely, because their defense can't stop anything. But this is not a sports show.
To be fair, but we have discussed how sports can be nerdy too. And to be fair, Russell Wilson did have a very good game.
He did have a very good game, but he also was going up against a zone defense. And the Dallas Cowboys team, to me, is not built to run a zone defense. Matt Eberflus is not that good of a coordinator or a coach. But apparently, people think that make a lot more money than I do think he is.
Yeah, well, what can you do? Except
watch the Vikings win?
Yeah, hopefully. I'm trying. I'm trying.
It was an interesting game against Green Bay. It was Green Bay, right? Their first
No,
game? Who was
Bears,
it? Bears. Yeah, it was an interesting game against Bears. That's right. Washington's Thursday night game was
Green Bay. Yep,
Green Bay.
a couple days ago.
Yeah. It was an interesting game, and, watching the Rangers come back and actually start playing good for baseball was fun to has been fun to watch, even without their big name players.
Right.
So anyhow, that's been my week. How's your week been?
It's been a lot. Been a lot. I have I forgot to talk about it, but I finished the base 4 Aragon books. I finished all the inheritance cycle. I decided to take a break before Murtaugh, but I did finish the base 4, the main story. It was okay. Uh 6 out of 10, I'll say. Maybe.
It's a
I
fair
hated the
assessment.
way it ended. I hated the way it ended. It made absolutely no sense, and it just kinda made me mad, and I hate when I invest a ton of time into a series and then it just ends stupid.
Mhm.
Um, I've been watching the Twisted Metal series because I've heard from a few people I work with that it's fun and it's good, and it's better than you would think. So I was like, "Hey," so I decided to watch it, and it's very fun, and I mean, it's got some pretty graphic language, but other than that, it's a really good show. I've really enjoyed it. I'm almost done with season 2, which is as far as it is right now. I got, like, 3 episodes left, I think, 2 or 3 episodes left of season 2, and it's really good, and, surprisingly enough, one of my favorite characters in the show is Sweet Tooth, even though I hate clowns. Sweet Tooth is so awesome in this show. He's this big, massive, like, 380-pound hairy clown that sets his head on fire all the time, but, like, he's voiced by Will Arnett. so he's so he's just hilarious. It's so funny.
I
It's
cannot picture Will Arnett's voice on a big hairy clown guy.
he kinda does it almost like a Bane from Batman,
Ah,
like,
okay.
through through a mask or something, I don't know. But, like, it's funny. It's got his humor behind the character and, like, throughout the whole, like, no spoilers, but, like, throughout the, like, whole 1st season, his best friend is a paper bag, and he talks to him all the time. A paper bag named Harold. Yeah, it's
No,
so
I like
funny.
Will Arnett. He is actually pretty funny. I like him in Lego Masters as the host to that.
Yeah,
I can only imagine him in that because he is a funny guy. I need to
as
watch that
Sweet Tooth.
show though.
You should. It's really funny, and they're only half-hour episodes, so, like, if you don't like, you don't have to invest a ton of time if you wanna watch just an episode, but you kinda get hooked, and then you watch multiple episodes. Like, this weekend, me and my wife celebrated our 6th anniversary, so we took, like, a camping trip and stuff, and
Congratulations.
in the evening, thank you, in the evening, we were just kinda, like, chilling, and she was reading a book, so I was watching that. I found this really cool way on my camper to, like, put my iPad in a way that it just kinda hangs like a TV right in front of my face. It was awesome. But I was just sitting there watching that, and I started the 2nd season, and I got, through, like, 9 or 10 episodes, so but
Nice.
I also stayed up kinda late because I don't know, I have problems sleeping outside of my house, so and she was up reading anyway, so I don't know. I also, on this trip, believe it or not, and this was my wife that convinced me to do this, okay?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, I have been kind of on the fence and mostly against watching this. My son is, like, obsessed with it, and he keeps telling me to watch it, and I'm like, "No, I don't wanna watch that. No, I don't wanna watch that." Well, my wife watched it with him, and she's like, "Oh, it's cute. You should watch it." So this weekend, we sat down while camping and watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and I'm not gonna lie to you,
I guess
I'm
it's
not
good.
sad about it. I'm not sad about it. It was really good. Oh, man, it was good. I hate to say that it was good, but it was. It really was.
I haven't
It
watched it yet, but one of my favorite things to hear about that is you've heard of Jacques the Whipper?
no.
He's I see his reels all the time. He does a lot of Ren fairs. He sings songs while cracking whips to the tempo of the song.
Oh,
A lot
nice.
of people were actually asking him for songs from K-pop Demon Hunter. He's like, "I
I believe it.
haven't
The
seen
songs
it.
are
I don't
popular.
know them."
Yeah, the songs are pretty popular. So I mean, I can see that. But yeah. So we watched that. We're actually me and my wife are actually later on. I think toward the end of this month, going to the Michigan Ren Fair. So
Oh,
I'll have some
nice.
things to talk about with there. While we were out, we were at a thrift store because we always just kind of we never really plan what we're gonna do. We go camping and then we just wander around the area that we picked to go camping and find things to do. And it was kind of cool because we found some really cool stuff. Like we found this big like sculpture park that
Oh,
you walk through.
nice.
They had these big metal sculptures. There was like Abraham Lincoln and Henry Ford and Lady Liberty, and there was one of Iron Man. And there's just all these really cool sculptures and stuff. And so we kind of walked through there, and we stopped at this little like thrift store. And my wife found some fabric, and she's gonna bust out the sewing machine and make me a tunic to wear to the Ren Fair. I'm like, "What the heck am I supposed to wear?" Like, she's like, "I'll make you a tunic." I'm like, "Yeah." So yeah, we're planning on doing that later on this month, so I'll definitely report back on that. And then um gosh, what else? Oh, I played quite a bit of Path of Exiles too. I've been kind of getting into that game. I'm really enjoying it. Like I play a sorceress that's pretty legit now. I'm getting really, really strong, so I'm starting to wreck things. Yeah, I saw it.
Nice.
I see what you're looking at. I saw it. We're watching the Vikings game while we're recording because we can't help ourselves
and
because it's
if we
football
try
season.
and if we try
And
recording after the game, it's going to be really late at night, and it's like, oh, we'll try
yeah,
recording during the game.
man, I wish I would. I was going to try and get a hold of Rook here and record right after the Cowboys game before the Vikings game, but
He forgot.
I forgot. I was tired.
And
We
all
just
I
got
was
home
doing was
today,
sitting
but
here playing No Man's Sky, so I would have gladly jumped into
dude,
the record.
I know. I was tired. My brain wasn't working when we got back from vacation, and
So you're sitting there
but
talking about Renaissance fairs. There's one Renaissance fair I still want to go to. I grew up in Texas
Mhm.
almost all my life. Lived in Texas except for like a good 10, 15 years, somewhere around there of my adult life. Uh,
Mhm.
but I've never been to the Scarborough Renaissance Festival and I want to go, but they hold it in the spring. And this year, since my first year back in Texas, I didn't have the chance to go because I was still getting my feet wet with work, getting my house and everything straightened out. So I'm hoping I go next year.
Yeah, they do a big one. I think it's the entire month of September here in Michigan, and like where I work, one of our drivers that delivers the parts to our store, he is really big into it, and he has like a season pass and goes
Mhm.
like every weekend and stuff. And so he was talking about it, and I was like, so naturally, I texted my wife. I was like, "We got to go to the Renaissance Fair." She goes, "Yes, we do." So
I'm
we're
still
gonna
working on
go
saving
later.
up the money so I can come up there for Grand Rapids Comic Con.
Yeah, yeah, we gotta make that happen. That would be so much fun.
Tickets
But
tickets to the con ain't the problem. It's the flight up there is the
yeah,
problem.
it's getting up. See, that was the same problem I had with WonderCon. Is
Mhm.
it wasn't the tickets that were the problem. It was the flight out there and the hotel and all that kind of stuff. So it's all the extra expenses. I mean,
Mhm.
at least for WonderCon, I mean, Grand Rapids Comic Con, if you fly up here, you got a place to stay. I mean, you'll
True.
have to drive a little ways to get there, but you got a place to stay. You don't have to
Driving's
worry
not
about the hotel.
driving doesn't really bother me too much. I'm used to hour to 2 hour commutes easily. Uh,
Yeah,
it's
that's about what it
just
would be, about a 2-hour commute down there. But the thing is, though, is you could drive up here. Would
I
that be cheaper
could.
than flying?
Uh Possibly. I got plane tickets are
It would take you
around.
longer.
It'll take longer. That's the big thing is the length of time because I can make that drive easily in one day, there, one day back. But I want to make sure we have time to
Be tired.
actually do stuff.
Right, you'd have to take a lot of time off, but
Oh, if it's over the
yeah,
weekend, I'd have to take 2 days off. A Friday Thursday and Friday, and if I leave Sunday, I could make it and just not go to Comic-Con on Sunday.
yeah. I mean, usually there's not a lot going on Sundays anyway.
Mhm.
It's all the good stuff's Friday and Saturday,
No, of course.
but yeah, and then, right before, of course, we left for, our little vacation, our little honeymoon anniversary vacation on, the 12th? Yeah, the 12th on Friday, and on the night before, the 11th, is when Borderlands 4 came out, so
Mhm.
I'm glad it came out early on Steam. It came out on the 12th, but it came out early on Steam on the 11th, and I'm glad it did because I got to play for a few hours. I'm really liking it. I haven't played it since I've been back because I was kinda tired and I wanna, like, really be able to pay attention to the story, so I just was playing a little PoE when I got back, but I am, I'm excited to get into it because I think it's gonna be good,
I might get it
so
just because, not only do you play it, and it'd be fun to actually play it with someone, but DJC, from our Discord was asking about it because he's gonna hop on and see if, Widget was playing, and I was like, "You know, I should actually get it so I could actually play it with people on our Discord," because I had the kid me and the kid were
yeah,
running around today doing No Man's Sky, uh,
yeah,
but DJC was asking about it, and I'm like, "Man, I cannot not do that."
yeah, and Widget is playing it too. Like, I mentioned it to him, and he goes, "Yeah," he's like, "It's a bummer it comes out tomorrow because I'm gonna be busy tomorrow and all this," and I was like, "It's out right now, dude," and he's like, "What? I'm buying it right now." So, yeah, he's playing it too,
Yeah,
but
so I might get into it, and if the game's good, probably
it's
do a
fun.
series on Borderlands
Yeah,
because I
that'd be
think it
kinda
would be
cool.
fun.
Do a few episodes on it because we definitely could.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's I mean, uh, I mentioned that I finished Aragon. I jumped back into A Way of Kings. I'm doing the Stormlight archives. I actually have time to focus on it now, and I'm pretty far into the first book already. I really, really like the way Brandon Sanderson writes, and I really like that book, but man, it's driving me crazy how much he jumps around. He'll be like, "Oh, we're talking about Shallan right now. Oh, okay. Now the next chapter we're going to talk about Kaladin, but then the next chapter we're going to talk about Kaladin 5 years ago." And then it's like, "Oh man, quit jumping around.
Does he
It's getting
make it
confusing."
evident that he's jumping in time, or is it just something you gotta figure
No,
out?
he does. Like at the beginning of the chapter, he'll be like 5.5 years ago, and
Okay.
then like talk about it. So you'll know. Okay, we're going back again, and then he'll talk about Kaladin as a kid, and you're like, okay, we gotta hear more about. But I'm actually getting into the story about him as a kid too, though, and because he's a really cool character, and I really like him a lot. And
And now he's gonna
I don't
jump
know,
back into the future like, "I wanna know more as a kid."
but no, but what's going on? See, that's the thing is what's going. The reason why I was like, oh, every time we went back to him being a kid is because what's going on with him as like an adult
Mhm.
is so like, "Urgh." It's like every time they end the chapter, you're like, no. So
Nice.
it's a good book. I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to it. My stepson has been really excited for me to read it. So
That's good. You should, I need to actually read, uh
one of those books up there.
yeah, the Mistborn novels.
Oh yeah, that's another
I
one
was
that's
trying
on
to
my
see what
list.
that series at the far end, that's right by the, book I got at
Yep.
WonderCon, that's the Mistborn series box set that a former coworker of mine bought me,
Well,
and so I need to read it.
I got a bunch of books from the WonderCon trip that I still got to read too. Like I still need to read The Last Luminian. I haven't read that one yet.
I don't know if I had that book.
I thought she gave all of us a copy of it. Like she gave you guys a copy of it the first time you saw her, and then she gave me a copy of it like when we saw her the second time.
I don't remember her giving me a copy.
I don't know. I still have the second book of Joe's to read. that I haven't read yet.
I still got to read the first book of Joe's.
Yeah, I read the first one,
I
so
have
I'm
both
gonna
of
read the
his
second one.
books. I have my Dragonlance Chronicles novels and the annotated chronicles. Let me move this over here so people can hear better. I have uh, a couple of Caesar Milan books. I have it's called Blood of the Elves for the Witcher series. The
Hmm.
young author, what's his name, uh, started writing in place of his mom after she passed. We interviewed him. I forgot his name.
Oh, yeah, the Pern guy,
Yeah.
the one who does
Uh,
Pern.
I have his young adult books I still need to read. Uh, I have the Firefly graphic novels I still need to
I got
read.
those.
I have the Ghostbuster graphic novels I need to read.
Yeah, I mean, I see, and it doesn't even matter if I have the book. Like, I'm gonna have to get it on audiobook because I don't ever take the time to sit down and read. So
See, that's
I'm
the
always too
reason.
busy.
That's the reason why over there I have the couch that my dog is currently sitting in. But
Well, we talked about this with the why we game. When I want to get into a story, I game. If I want to get into a story while I'm working, I listen to an audiobook.
see, if I just want to relax and escape reality and I have nowhere to go, I will get into a book. Mostly,
It's
most of
hard
the
for me
books I
to
read are on my ebook though. My Nook, not Nook. I used to have a Nook. Uh,
Kindle.
Kindle. Yeah, it's e-ink because I don't like the standard color display of stuff. I like the
Right.
e-ink where it looks like a page. So I'll read books there. I'm hesitant on reading that Mistborn series up there because I don't want to bend the pages.
Okay.
It looks really nice, but I might actually read it because I do miss actually grabbing a book and reading.
It's so nice. It
It's
looks so
so nice.
swell. Well, yeah, there's occasionally I'll sit down and read some. I mean, I've read quite a few books. It's just been a while because when I have time to sit down and just veg out, I usually either want to watch a show or play a game. So
I know what books you've always read. Game guides to video games.
I used to have a subscription to Game Informer
I
and
used
Nintendo Power when I was a kid.
I used to have Game Informer, but since they stopped doing that one on paper, I don't really use it anymore.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, so it's been interesting not reading paperbacks anymore.
yeah, I don't mind.
It's easier to carry a book in something
Since
the
I
size of this.
since I started like wearing glasses and stuff, I've lost as much interest in reading a book because like after a while I start getting a headache and
Go get LASIK.
yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just go do that.
Just go do it, man. They got places that do payment plans for like $600 a month.
Yeah, that's like a truck payment for me.
That
So
was me joking around. I don't know what the cost. Everybody out there, that's me joking around. I don't know what the cost is. Don't get it on our recommendation.
I'm not joking around. That is a truck payment for me. But anyway,
I just
so
refinanced my truck. It just dropped below $600.
nice. So you want to talk some Easter eggs?
Yeah, let's talk some Easter eggs. I was curious about Easter eggs. I don't know what made me think of it. Yeah, I do. I was watching a YouTube channel called Game Ranks, and they were talking about Easter eggs. And I just shot Archon a message one day. I'm like, hey, how about we do Easter eggs?
Yeah. And I'm like, heck yeah. For those of you who are nerdy and don't know what an Easter egg is, that's where they hide things in plain sight in movies about other things, other pop culture or movies or video games, or just they make references to something else other than their movie inside of their movie.
All right,
And
brief
they're
history.
usually a little hidden.
A brief history.
Okay.
The term Easter egg was coined in 1979 by an Atari software development director. His name was Steve Wright. Uh, they created a game. I forgot what game it was, and
Adventure.
yeah, they put a gray dot pixel in the game. And when you moved your character across it, it would pop up the phrase created by Warren Robinette because they didn't use credits back then. Uh, so ever since then, because it was so expensive for them to rewrite the game code, they just went with it. And Warren Robinette got him to agree to start putting Easter eggs in every Atari game they made since.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the movie Ready Player One, that's a big premise of that movie is Warren Robinette and the game Adventure. So,
Mhm.
and that first Easter egg in the game. So, yeah,
Yep. And I thought that was cool. I've heard that multiple times. Obviously, I think we briefly touched on it a couple of times in the history of our
Mhm.
show early on.
Especially when I was reading Ready Player One and was talking about it.
Yep. But now we're actually going to focus on some of our favorite Easter eggs or some of the top Easter eggs that we've seen. Now, there are a ton of them. Doom has one.
Tons.
Original Doom has one where you go through a wall and you see the headless, the bodiless head of one of the developers in
Mhm.
the Doom gory style. Uh, there's some other ones off the top of my head. Fallout has a ton of them just with the skeletons and not yeah, some of the skeletons. Fallout New Vegas has the skeleton in the fridge from the Indiana Jones, the crystal.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, is it that one where he's in the fridge when the nuke goes off and he
Yeah.
survives? Yeah.
Mhm.
So they have that one in there, and then they'll portray different scenes in Fallout with the mannequins in Fallout 3, skeletons, and there are other games. It's just interesting when you come across these, and there's some of them you don't think about until you see them
Mhm.
talked about at a later date.
One of my favorite ones, well, I've found it several times, was in Diablo 3. There was, there's these 3 dungeons, like these 3 little catacombs you can go into in this little cemetery.
Mhm.
And once you get into that cemetery area, there's 3 different catacombs that you can enter that are different little sub-levels. And every now and then, when you go into one of them, you'll get one where every single mob in the zone is named after one of the developers.
Oh,
So,
nice.
like, as you're killing the mobs, you'll see their names, and it's all different names of different developers.
One of the top known Easter eggs in Diablo was Diablo 2. So Diablo 1, they always was it Diablo 2? The cow level?
I don't know, it's the top known. Oh, the cow level?
Yeah.
The cow level started in Diablo 1.
I
It
thought it
was in
was
Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and Diablo
I
3.
thought it was a myth in Diablo 1 that people spread a rumor about, and then in Diablo 2, they actually added it
It was a real
and
thing.
going forward.
It was a real
Because
thing in the first one.
okay, because everything I ever saw about it, and when I played Diablo 1, I never saw the cow level. I heard about it, and I heard people say, and what Blizzard came out and said it wasn't a thing in the first one, and so they actually added it to the second one.
Yep, and it was in the third one too, and there's all kinds of rumors about it being in Diablo 4, but nobody's found it yet. So I don't think it's actually there yet.
Yeah, that's a big one. Trying to think of some others off the top of my head. Uh,
In games or movies?
both.
I know you got a couple of the big one like Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, Indiana Jones. So I have a list I started creating, and then I was like, screw it, we'll just randomly talk about them off the top of our head. But these ones
Right.
interested me. So Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark is the one he's talking about. And on top of the ark, you can actually see a hieroglyphic from Star Wars of RT2 R2D2
R2D2.
and C3PO. And then there's another one with the famous recording scene from Princess Leia getting ready to stand up from recording the hologram to Obi-Wan Kenobi, where she's leaning down in front of R2D2. Uh, doing that.
Right.
That one I remembered, but it's been so long. And
So
then there's
the reason for those is because Steven Spielberg and George Lucas were like best friends.
Mhm.
So they put Easter eggs of each other's movies in each other's movies.
Yes, and they did it again later on. In
Twice.
Star Wars,
Mhm.
you have the race from ET as one of the races in Star Wars. And then
Mhm.
in ET, you have ET recognizing Yoda mask
Mhm.
in the movie. So they do a lot of stuff. Those are the biggest ones I've seen though. I haven't recalled any other ones that I've actually seen or heard about, but those are the ones that everybody talks about.
The biggest one for me, and I'm surprised that I when I mentioned it, Brooke hadn't heard about it, but in the Pixar movies, there's Easter eggs where every Pixar movie, there's an Easter egg about the next upcoming movie. So I actually found a list of them, and, where is it? Okay, there it
I
is.
know
Like,
one of them or two of them.
in Monsters, Inc., when they go into Boo's room, she holds up a stuffed animal of Nemo.
Hmm.
And then the next movie in the line is Finding Nemo. And in Finding Nemo, the little kid in the dentist office is reading a Mr. Incredible comic book. So, and then the next movie is The Incredibles. And in The Incredibles, um, if you there's like a scene where Mr. Incredible is fighting against like the big robot. And if you look at the cars along the side of the road, one of them is Doc Hudson.
Nice. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yep.
Uh,
And then in Ratatouille, the cockroach from Wally is running up around the walls.
there's one that I know of. It's in which Toy Story is it? One of Toy Stories. Uh, Buzz Lightyear gets hit by a fly and knocks him off his course, and
Okay.
those same flies are in a bee's life.
That's not a Pixar movie. Oh, A Bug's Life, you
Yeah,
mean?
Bug's Life. Yeah, Bug's Life.
Right. And then in Wally, like the next movie that came out, in Wally, there's a scene where he's in a house and you can see Carl Fredrickson's walker that he uses. And then
Mhm.
in Up, um, when you start seeing the balloons going up, it goes right by a skyscraper and you see a little girl playing with an airplane in her room, and right next to her bed is Lotso Huggy Bear from Toy Story, you know?
Yeah,
And then
it's something like that. You never realize until somebody points it out that these are all tying into the next movie.
right. And then in Toy Story 3, when they're playing in the room, you see, a Lightning McQueen car,
No, yeah,
you know?
man, I haven't seen a lot of those movies in a long time either.
Yeah, there's a lot. And then, in Cars, in Cars 2, there's a poster up on the wall of the Dumbrock family as cars, like Merida and all them from Brave.
Hmm.
So, like, each movie has something, um, in Brave, when she goes into the witch's shop and there's all the wooden carvings,
Yeah,
there's a picture of Sully carved in right before, the next Monsters University comes out.
nice.
Yeah, it's just like each movie has something in it that's from the next movie. So, I always thought that was kinda cool.
But
Um,
oh, there's another in the Indiana Jones one and the Temple of Doom. There's another
yep.
Star Wars reference. There's a Club Obi-Wan.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that one.
There's a fan theory out there about it saying that Indiana Jones is actually just a really vivid dream of Han Solo while he's frozen in carbonite.
That's actually kinda funny.
I know, right? All right.
Oh,
Speaking of, Mhm.
I didn't even remember that one, in Coco. There's, like, when they're doing, like, the celebration, there's a poster on the wall of The Incredibles. Never caught
Nice.
that one.
So sticking with animated movies, uh, There's the Pixar puzzles, like you're pointing out.
Hmm.
There's also in Hercules, the animated movie, there's a reference to Scar from The Lion King because Hercules is wearing a lion head hat with the skin as a cape, and it's actually Scar.
Oh yeah, I remember that. There's another one where there's a Scar rug. I think that's also in Hercules.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
Scar
also
rug.
there's also the rug. Let's see other movies. 1982. There's Tron. There, when he's looking at one of the monitors, you see Pac-Man on one of the sides of it. And
Hmm.
then I Am Legend. I did not know this at all. I don't remember seeing it, but researching it, I was able to verify it multiple times. You remember the
Okay.
Batman versus Superman logo?
Oh yeah.
That exact logo can be seen on a movie made way before that from I think what 2007. Uh, I Am Legend. There's a big billboard that has uh, the Batman versus Superman logo on it.
Oh yeah. I do remember that.
And they used
Yep.
the exact same logo when they actually made Batman versus Superman. So I wonder if that had been planned for a while.
Do you remember the movie Real Steel with Hugh Jackman in it with the boxing robots?
Oh, yeah.
At the end when they're doing the big fight between Zeus and Adam,
Mhm.
um, you can see billboards all around of the Xbox 720. Even because that was like the original name they were going to call the Xbox One,
Mhm.
but then they ended up changing the name. But yeah, in the movies it says Xbox 720, like the original name. I always thought that was kind of cool.
I remember them making fun of I forgot what it might have been a joke commercial or something. I don't remember, but they were making fun of Xbox and their numbering, saying this is gonna be the Xbox 960 or something like that, or 980.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see. Those are the ones from movies that really got my attention. When it came to video games, though, one of my favorite ones that I never paid attention to when I was running around in Star Wars Force Unleashed was coming across Jar Jar Binks being the one frozen in carbonite.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, there's a if you go into the room where all the statues are or all of the trophies are, one of them is Jar Jar Binks frozen in carbonite.
Hmm.
I never looked around that room, and then I was watching game ranks, and they're running around the room, and they show it to you. I'm like, okay, that does exist, and that was put in there specifically because so many people hated Jar Jar Binks.
Huh.
So you were looking up more game ones than I was. What'd you find?
Uh, well, one big one, if you're a fan of the Borderlands series, is there is as you're playing in and you're like making your way down through the caustic caverns in Borderlands, you can come across like these really unmistakable blocks
Hmm.
that look like Minecraft blocks. And as you go in, you'll like creepers will come out and you'll actually like fight creepers, like different monsters from instead of fighting the like regular guys you fight, it's the creatures and stuff from Minecraft. I thought that was kind of a cool Easter egg.
Yeah. So I think your memory of Diablo's cow army in the first one, cow level,
Mhm.
is a Mandela effect because uh, all the sources, one of the video game lists for Easter eggs I have up has number 10 is Diablo 2's cow army. And rumors circulated around surrounding the original Diablo game that there was a secret cow level. The outcry for this rumor gained so much traction that Blizzard themselves couldn't help but actually adding the secret cow level to the sequel.
There, I'm positive there was a cow level.
There is people everywhere. They are swearing there's a cow level, but Diablo 1 never had a cow level. That is one of the Mandela effects of video games or Mandela memories of video games that they thought it was there and it was never there.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. So in the fan made Hellfire expansion that came out that
Mhm.
wasn't like an official one, even though now Blizzard recognizes it and releases it with the game. Um, there was a cow level in there.
But the base game didn't have one. But yeah, so they actually added that as an Easter egg. Borderlands
And
2 was the next one that came up.
but a fun fact for those who are Blizzard fans, because of the rumor of the cow level in the original Diablo, when StarCraft came out, their next big title, there's actually a cheat code you can put in that is there is no cow level. That's the cheat code you put in,
I
which
did
is another Easter egg.
I did not realize that. I haven't played StarCraft in forever though. Silent
But
Hills 2, there's a secret
mhm,
ending where the dog's controlling everything.
yep, yep. There's a lot in the Last of Us games.
Mhm.
There's a lot of different Easter eggs, like Naughty Dog, like there's a bunch of pinatas from different Naughty Dog games in the game. In the that's in Last of Us One.
Nice. One thing I do like is when a video game company comes out and acknowledges their past, or not acknowledges, but honors their past.
Hmm.
Doom 2016, you can play, there's an area where you go into the original Doom levels with the same graphics quality and everything. Your guy is running around with modern graphics, and you're running around in the original Doom level fighting modern creatures.
That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Grand Theft Auto 4. I think I came across this. I don't remember where, but there is actually the heart of Liberty City, and it's actually a chained up heart.
Yep. Hmm. You have to use a helicopter to get up to like a secret door that says there is nothing secret in here.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's on the bridge.
Yeah, and then you get in there and there's like a beating heart inside of Lady Liberty.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. In the Animal Crossing game, there's a nod to Ocarina of Time. You can make the ocarina from Ocarina of Time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
pretty cool.
and going back to movies real quick, in Shrek 2, because pepper spray doesn't exist, you can see the guys going up with a pepper grinder grinding pepper into people's face.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That is really funny.
there's a lot of them out there.
Huh.
But I wonder what some of our fans think theirs are, what they come across and what their favorite ones are.
Their favorite Easter eggs. Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be fun to know. Like, put it in the Discord. Let us know. What are some of your favorite Easter eggs from games? I mean, I
Yeah.
know we found a couple of them in Starfield when we were playing through.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Man, I haven't played that all the
like a
stories in a
couple of
while.
them from other Bethesda games. They threw some Easter eggs in there, like I want to say it wasn't the bobbleheads, was it?
I
No, it was
think
something
no,
else.
was it Snow Globe? No, I think it was the stuffed animals. You can find them in different positions.
Yeah, I know you can find this stuff too. Man, I can't remember them now.
I know
But I remember we
we
found
talked
some
about
from,
them.
and like some of the plants and stuff are from the original games. So yeah, there's quite a bit.
Okay, this one's great. Helldivers 2. You remember in Mass Effect 2, when you went through all the stores, you could actually give them a voice and it says, "I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favorite store on the Citadel." Well, in Helldivers 2, one of the outfits has an item review that says, "I'm redacted and this is my favorite product in the entire acquisition in the acquisition center."
That's funny.
And when I first read that originally, uh I actually read that in Shepard's voice.
That is funny, dude.
There's another video game one. It's not really it's a game mechanic that was added to the game, and I'm not sure why they did it, but they call it an Easter egg, which makes no sense to me. But it is a hidden thing, so it makes sense in that regard. Metal Gear Solid 3. There's a guy, an old guy, you get into a sniper fight with, and he's hidden and hard to find and all that stuff. And it's a long fight and a tough fight. But if you actually set your calendar on your system forward 7 days or 8 days, one of those two, and you go back in, the end is dead. He died of old age.
Oh, that's funny.
They put that in the
That
game. I
is
don't
funny.
remember why, but they did.
Yeah. I like there's also like another Easter egg in Metal Gear Solid with when you're fighting Psycho Mantis. Like he's arguably one of the hardest bosses in the first game if you don't know the trick to beating him, but like he can actually read your memory card and he'll tell you things like, "Oh, so I see you like to play this game." And stuff like that. It's pretty funny.
Witcher 3, they came out several years before Cyberpunk 2077, but there is a nod to it because they are the same developer. Witcher 3, Siri can travel through space and time. In one of the conversations about evading the Wild Hunt, she mentions a realm where people had metal in their heads, waged war from a distance using things similar to megascopes. And there were no horses. Everyone had their own flying ship instead. In Cyberpunk 2077, Siri appears on a magazine cover, bringing the Easter egg full circle.
Hmm.
I didn't know that, and I've played. That's one of my favorite games.
I
Uh,
have not, dude. I still have Witcher 3 sitting on my shelf and I haven't touched it yet. I want to play that game so bad. I just haven't had the time to play it yet. But it's one that's been on my list. But now I'm gonna look for that.
oh, that's cool. Did you know in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, there was a Nintendo Power back in 1990? There was a Nintendo Power contest where the winner would get to appear in a future NES game. And Chris Houlihan won that game, and laterally receiving his own fancy room in 1991's The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. There are 5 different ways you can enter the ruby-filled room, though it had been intended as a crash prevention measure. The game would only send players there when it couldn't determine Link's destination when transitioning between maps.
Interesting.
Yep, and it gave you the wording, "My name is Chris Houlihan. This is my top secret room. Keep it between us, okay?" And it's full of rupees.
Huh. Oh, I do remember that. I do remember that. So another funny story about EverQuest. Um, in World of Warcraft, there is like it's not in it now, like it was in like the early versions of the game, but there was this place called the Shimmering Flats. Do you remember the Shimmering Flats
I
where the
didn't
racetrack was?
I didn't play World of Warcraft that much early in the
Oh,
series.
well, there was a place. It was out in the middle of kind of the desert area. It was like a mid 30s level place where there was a racetrack there, and on one of the vendors there, you could buy something called Tiggle and or yeah, Tiggle and Tiggle's strawberry flavored ice cream. And that was a nod to the two characters who were like the leaders of the guild, Fires of Heaven from World of Warcraft.
Mhm.
I mean, from EverQuest. So because like they were like a big, like huge guild and everything, and they were well known. They were like one of the most well known people in EverQuest. The developers actually put like a strawberry flavored ice cream Easter egg into World of Warcraft to honor them. That
That's
was,
actually pretty cool considering that's completely different developers.
yeah, yeah. So Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was one of the when I saw that Easter egg, I knew it immediately. Or no, it was Fuhrer and Tickle's strawberry flavored ice cream. That's what it was, and it was honoring those two
You
people.
remember it was strawberry flavored ice cream, though.
Yep, it was definitely strawberry flavored ice cream. I remember that part for sure.
Uh, Starfield. We know everybody knows this Easter egg in Starfield, where if you go up to the eye, you can find the letter of the fan that passed away before the game released.
Yep,
Let's see, GTA
those
Online.
ones I really like.
Yeah.
There's one in Hogwarts Legacy. If you go to Hagrid's hut,
Mhm.
behind the hut, there's a tribute to Robbie Coltrane who played Hagrid that died right before the game came out.
Oh, that's
They
awesome.
made a little tribute at his hut, at the gamekeeper hut.
I like it when games do things like that for like so there are several games I play. Elite Dangerous is the only one I've seen actually do this, and to me, it's a big honor thing for them to do. So I complained about the direction they're going right now, but they did do one thing. When Leonard Nimoy died, they created a planet or renamed a planet and made it a desert planet called Vulcan. The station orbiting that planet is called Leonard Nimoy Station,
That's real.
and it's well decorated and stuff inside there. And I was hoping I'd see something like that from Starfield as a nod to Leonard Nimoy because he's like one of the biggest drivers for sci-fi. One of the biggest names of sci-fi, I should say. Uh, but seeing them do stuff like that is just
Oh,
amazing.
dude, you just reminded me of like one of my favorite episodes of The Big Bang Theory.
Hmm.
She gets him that napkin for his birthday that was signed by Leonard Nimoy, but like she's like, sorry about the smudge. He wiped his face with it. He's like, I possess the DNA of Leonard Nimoy. I can make my own Leonard Nimoy. It's one of my favorite episodes. It's so funny.
Nice. Hey, did you know in GTA Online you can join the Illuminati?
No,
Yep,
but
you
there
gotta
used to
tip a
be a
toilet
game.
attendant.
Interesting. There used to be a game. It was a like an MMORPG called The Secret World
Mhm.
that I played when it first came out. That was all about secret societies and stuff, and you could join the Illuminati or the Skull and Bones or like all the different secrets, big, well-known secret societies that don't really exist. So they say.
They don't exist, but they're well known.
Right.
Alright, so this one always freaked me out when I was young because this was before I understood how electronics worked really. Metal
Okay.
Gear Solid, the first one, the very first one on the PS1.
Yeah.
Psycho Mantis is one of the bad guys that would read your memory card,
I
and
just talked about this like 5 minutes ago. Where were you?
I wasn't paying attention. But did you actually talk about where he actually would take control and read your inputs on the controller?
Yeah, that's why it was so hard to beat.
Yeah, you had to plug into the second place.
Yeah, you had to plug your controller into second player to beat him, and a
Mhm.
lot of people didn't know that because otherwise he would read all your movements and know exactly where you were going.
What we think
So,
AI does anyway these days, he actually did in
but
that game.
if you plug it into controller port 2, he goes, "I can't sense you. What magic is this?" I remember this very
Yeah,
clearly.
that's this list
Yeah.
number one hidden Easter egg. And it's like, that's awesome that they did that back then, and you haven't seen it repeated since then.
Some Easter eggs that, like actually develop into things, though, like, they go from being an Easter egg to being serious. Like, for instance, at the end of Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare, when his hand comes up out of nowhere and grabs Jason's mask and pulls it under,
Mhm.
and that was just like a nod to all the fans wanting to see like a Freddy versus Jason. And then they actually made a Freddy versus Jason because all the fans wanted it because of that Easter egg.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
like in the original Predator movie, there's a xenomorph skull, and then that actually turned into a thing where they actually did a whole thing about Alien versus Predator. And so like it's kind of cool when stuff like that happens because I don't know. I just like that.
All right, here's one for you. In
Okay.
Joker, the 2019 movie,
Oh,
the ambulances of Gotham show the ambulances of Gotham show Arthur's transformation into the Joker. The first time he's in it, before he's a Joker, it's a straight red line, clear windows, and it says ambulance. After he's the Joker, the back doors have the red line coming down like a weird smile, and then the two ambulance symbols in the darkened window, making it look like the Joker's face on the back of the ambulance. I
I
that,
did not notice that.
I would have never noticed that. All right, here's one for you. There's a
Oh,
Wolverine Easter egg in the opening credits border for The Greatest Showman.
really?
Yep. If you actually look when it's doing the titles and you look at the screen, the box, the corners of those boxes is literally Wolverine hands like this with the claws coming out.
Hmm. I never noticed that. I did notice in Deadpool and Wolverine, they when Hugh Jackman said he was going to retire and not be Wolverine anymore, all the fans wanted Henry Cavill to be the Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted him to take over, and then in
Yep.
Deadpool they did. It was so funny because like Ryan Reynolds played it off good. He goes, "It's the Cavalrine. It's the
Man,
fabled Cavalrine."
I really hope they use Henry Cavill as Wolverine if they keep that going because he would make a good Wolverine.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Let's see. I will put a picture of the Wolverine up there. Let's see. Catch Me If You Can. The policeman who arrests DiCaprio is the real Frank
Yeah,
Abagnale, however you say his name.
Abigail. Yeah, Frank Abigail.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
got one
know
for you.
that. Hmm.
I got one for you. There's an episode of Supernatural where a girl gets possessed, like, and they have to do like an exorcism to get the demon out of the person and stuff like that. And there's a cop that's helping them with this case, and the cop is Linda Blair, who played the original girl in Exorcist.
Huh. Yeah.
I thought that one was kind of cool.
Is it Dean? So there's similarities between Dean Winchester and Buffy.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between Dean and yeah,
Yeah, I didn't
I,
realize
I
that
knew that
until I saw somebody do this thing, do this little skit
comparison.
where they were talking to each other, and it was like a match all the way down. It was like,
Yeah,
wow, they literally just took Buffy, made her male, and had a brother that worked with them.
yeah. So all these talks about Easter eggs, and we haven't talked about the most famous Easter egg of all time that everybody knows about.
Which one?
Stanley
Oh, he's in every single MCU movie that
and
can.
how he makes his little Easter egg appearance in every single and actually some of the um like one of the I think it was the Incredible Hulk. It was either the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, it was the Incredible Hulk, I believe, where they're going to the lab and they're trying to get in the lab and they're stopped by the security guard. And the security guard is Lou Ferrigno, who played the original Incredible Hulk.
Gotta love it when they give nods.
There's a ton of Easter eggs
Who
in
directed
Marvel
Men in
movies.
Black?
I couldn't tell you.
I will tell you in a second because okay, nobody I was expecting. Executive producer.
Why?
Okay,
Where are you going with this?
no. The reason why I'm going with this, I wanted to see if it was another connection between Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. In Men in Black, you remember the worms, the worm guys
The
in the
worm people
headquarters.
in the coffee,
Yeah,
in the
they
coffee room. Yeah.
when they're talking in their native tongue to Jay,
Uh-huh.
They are speaking Huttese, Jabba the
Huh,
Hutt's language.
really?
Yeah, I did
That's
not
interesting.
know that.
Hmm. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
So, if this is true, it makes it interesting. Steven Spielberg wanted to direct a Bond film, but Eon Studios said no. When he told George Lucas this, they decided to create Indiana Jones. And during a scene in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Indy's dressed as James Bond. And it's literally
That's
the
funny.
exact same white tux, white flower, all of that James Bond wears, Sean Connery James Bond wears in one of the movies.
That's funny.
Hmm.
Have you ever seen the show Castle?
Yes. And all
In
the
the show
Firefly
Castle,
references.
yes, in the show Castle, there's a lot of like Easter egg references. Like there's one where he goes out at Halloween and he's dressed as
and,
himself
and
from
his
Firefly.
and his daughter
Yeah.
makes a comment and he's like, "What? Classics never go out of style," or something like that.
Yep.
There's
Yep.
one where he's putting on two gloves and he puts them on and then he's looking at them, the 2x2 hands of blue. There's
Yeah.
so many references.
There's so many in all of his movies. He does
Hmm.
like Firefly references and
Because
stuff.
that's what made him famous.
Yeah. I still want to get him on a show of some sort.
I would love to. I was looking at costs to actually hire him to come on, and whew, I need to take out another mortgage.
Yeah. Right.
Actually, it's about the cost of a truck payment.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it was not truck payment, the cost of a truck.
Oh, like a whole. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, if I had that money, I would do it in a heartbeat because that would still be well worth it. I would just love to sit down and have a 10-minute conversation with that man because he does one of my favorite characters from man, I keep forgetting all these games.
Have you seen the new Superman movie yet?
No, I
Oh,
need
you got
to
to. He's in it.
because I know.
You
But
got to see it.
not Borderlands. What's the name of that series? Oh, this is getting annoying. I can't remember the name of video games. Starts with a D. Uh, Destiny 2. Destiny.
Oh,
He
he's
does
in
the
that game.
voice of Cade.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And the personality he gives Cade in that video game is just amazing.
interesting.
Yeah. He's my favorite character there. I loved him in Castle. I loved him. I haven't seen him in The Rookie much because I don't watch The Rookie much.
It's good.
I need to
It's
watch
good.
it. Um, but of
Yeah, it's
course,
good.
I love him in Firefly. Firefly is the reason I have the graphic novels is because it was a good series, and I think they casted Firefly really well.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, you
Um.
can look up any nerdy thing in anywhere and watch The Big Bang Theory and see an Easter egg for it.
Oh, of course. They're the epitome of nerds. They are the ultimate nerds.
Hmm. They
Show
make
is so
us look
good.
normal. Come on, we're not physicists.
Oh, I am not a physicist. No, not even close.
Oh, here's one. You watch Stranger Things?
Oh, of course.
Stranger
There's
Things 3.
lots of references in that.
Yeah, the one I just saw they called out was in Stranger Things 3. Lucas and Max wear the same outfits as Eric and Donna in that 70s show. The exact
Hmm.
same shirt and the exact same shirts.
That I did not notice, but yeah,
he
sure do.
he's wearing a green shirt with uh white and orange stripes or on the shoulder
Mhm.
like a jersey right there. And then she's wearing the blue shirt with the color stripes right across the chest. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the same shirts between the two shows.
that's interesting. That is a cool little nod. Huh.
Oh, here's one for you. In Deadpool 2, one of the rednecks talking about toilet paper is actually Matt Damon in 4 hours worth of prosthetic makeup.
Oh yeah, I believe that. He's in Loki too, or in one of the Thor movies. He plays like an actor pretending to be Loki. It's pretty funny.
uh, there's also man, there are so many. I
Yeah,
we could keep this show going on forever with Easter eggs just because how many are out there.
he could, but unfortunately, we are at our time,
Yep.
which is
So
way.
those of you who are listening to this show, please like and subscribe. But that's not where I'm going with this. Where I'm going with this is really I'm gonna start trying to do deep conversations for you, like every other week or something.
Gonna
Because
get a little deeper into the sophistication.
yeah, because apparently a lot of people enjoyed the conversation we had about why do you game.
Yeah, it was a good one.
And a lot of
Um,
it is because the way our emotions and passions about the subject came out and we were into it and all that stuff. So I figured why not look more into it? Now, granted, I got to go back through and see what the last one I proposed to you was. Oh, yeah. So next week, the intent is to talk about how the view of gaming culture changed over the years between generations.
Mhm.
Because that one is a
It's definitely different now than it was. That's for
oh,
sure.
for sure. Uh,
But we'll get into that next week.
yeah. So look forward to that. And like we always say, please like and subscribe to the YouTube video. Click that bell if you want to be notified when we release the videos. Also, uh, hit us 5-star reviews on wherever you listen to the show. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to it. Those are still going on. We do that because not everybody can watch the YouTube video. And I found out a lot of people listen to us on their commute or while they're at work where you can't really use YouTube. So
Mhm.
audio podcasts work.
But if you want to get a hold of us, the best way to get a hold of us is Discord. Um, discord.gg/raw podcasts. We're always the if you try and get a hold of us there, you're going to get a message back really fast because we have it on our phones and we respond almost immediately. For business needs, you can also email us at podcastraw@gmail.com. Uh, Again, it goes to both of our phones, so we get those emails right away. So feel free to reach out to us. We're very active in Discord. We're very active with our email. We reply back as fast as we can. I mean, obviously, we both work and have lives, and it might not be instantaneous, but you'll get a message back within a couple hours at the most, usually
Oh, yeah.
from one of us, if not both of us.
And
You can find me individually anywhere at the Archon 606.
you can find me anywhere at some variation of Rook 213 or Tomcat 213. And also, if you, just like I mentioned today, I was gaming with the kid and DJC was asking about gaming and all that. So if you ever see us in the chat, we sit in the chat while we're gaming because we hope somebody will jump on and we just love conversations. It's fun. You don't even have to be
Yeah,
playing the same game.
right. Yeah. In fact, you coming in playing the game you're playing might make us interested in wanting to play it too. So,
Hmm.
or vice versa. So, come in, share what you're doing, talk to us, have a good time,
Yep.
uh,
Well, that's all we got, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all stay nerdy.
and have a great week. We'll see you next week.